Good morning. Welcome back to the series of classes of strength of materials. Today we are today we are handling the 9th class, and today's topic is geometrical properties of sections. Geometrical properties of sections. Already we have discussed in the previous 2-3 classes about geometrical properties. That is like, centroid, center of gravity, moment of inertia, like we have discussed. I will recall the things whatever we have discussed in the previous classes, and I will go ahead with solving few problems. Now already we have discussed about the center of gravity. Center of gravity, that is centroid. Centroid of a given section. It is a plane figure. So this is one triangle. This is the centroid where locating the centroid. And this is a square section. The centroid, we know it is a regular sections. Now this is a rectangular section. We know how to locate the centroid. We will just join the diagonal. We will get the centroid of the given figure. Whereas we have some problem with in locating the centroid for the sections which are not regular. Now this rectangular section is a regular section. This is rectangle, another regular section. Now combine these two regular sections. Now this becomes the new section, that is T section. Now we need to understand how to locate the centroid. We have discussed in length about this, how to locate this. This is one T section, this is I section, and this is one angle section. And these are the sections used in construction of load resisting elements, like beams, columns, like this is one channel section, and this is double angle or reverse T section, this is one circular section. You know how to locate the centroid. So this we can locate it without any calculation. Now whereas we need to calculate, we need to find out the centroid for this channel section. Now similarly, now we have calculated the centroid for the angle section. Now how to calculate the centroid for the angle section? Now to calculate the centroid for the angle section, now first we need to divide the figure, the given section, into two figures. That is two regular figures. This is one rectangular figure, section area A1, and this is the rectangular section, another rectangular section, area A2, and the total length is, this is 100 millimeter, and this is 80 millimeter. Now we are dividing this. Now this is the 10 millimeter thickness. Now we are dividing this into two sections, figure 1 and figure 2, and this is the figure 1. No, not necessarily we can divide like this. This can be divided in this direction or 2. It is possible. We can do it according to our convenience. Let us divide the rectangular section, area 1, area 2, and similarly, see, we know how to calculate the centroid of the irregular section. Now that is x bar is equal to sigma ax divided by a. And A1, there are two sections, A1 x1 plus A2 x2 divided by A1 plus A2 is the total area of the angle. Just sufficient, we can calculate the centroid. That is x bar. Isn't it? X bar. Now x bar means that is x direction. Isn't it? This is the x bar and this is the y bar. Now like we can calculate the centroid for these things. And similarly, see for a T section. Now again, you divide the section into like two regular sections. That is number 1, and the rectangle section, and number 2, rectangle section. This is the top flange, and this is the web. And you let us understand there are two x-axis axes and y-y. There are 3 x-axis axes and 3 y-y axes. The 3 x-axis axes means for figure 1, there is an x-axis and there is a y-axis. And for figure 2, there is an x-axis and there is y-axis. And figure 3, now this is T section. The first one is rectangular section. The second one is another rectangular section. And this has one centroid. The rectangular section has another centroid. And T section has another section. There are 3 centroids. One centroid for rectangular section, another centroid for the rectangular section 2, and we have a centroid for the T section. Now therefore, see, this is area 1, section 1. This is area 2, section 2. How to calculate the centroid of the T section? Now we know the centroid. It is easy to calculate the centroid for this section. The section 1 rectangular, just joining the diagonal, we get the centroid. And similarly, for this rectangular section also, just join the diagonals, we will get the centroid for this section. Now, locating the centroid for this T section is little laborious. We need to do some exercise. So therefore, section 1, this is section 2, isn't it? So therefore, we know already we have derived, in the previous classes we have discussed. You please understand, there are 3 x-axes. One x-axis is for this centroid, centroidal x-axis for the figure 1, centroidal x-axis for the figure 2, and centroidal x-axis for the T section, isn't it? And similarly, we have a y-axis for section 1, y-axis, and y-axis for section 2, and we have y-axis for the T section, isn't it? Now this is y-axis, and this is the x-axis for T section, isn't it? So therefore, and we need to take a reference. The reference, always we say where it is located, centroid, where it is located. It is located at a distance x bar. It is located at a distance x bar from this reference OB. This is the OB, the reference. And this is OE is another reference with respect to x-axis, and this is with respect to y-axis. So therefore, that is x bar is the distance of the centroid of the T section with respect to OB. That is, OB is parallel to y-axis, isn't it? And similarly, there is y bar. This is y bar. Y bar is the centroidal x-axis from centroid distance between the centroid. Now where it is located? The centroid this centroid is located at a distance x bar from this reference OB is x bar, and y bar is a distance from the OA reference OA. So the centroid is located at a distance x bar from OB and y bar from OA. Isn't it? That is how we have to observe where it is located. Now simply we can't say x bar y bar. From where? Y bar x bar is from where? Where it is located. Now this is most important. Each one should understand very carefully. Now this is the centroid of the given figure. Centroid for the given figure, isn't it? And therefore, then after doing this, so we know the formula. Relationship we have derived, that is x bar is equal to sigma AX. Sigma AX means A1 x1. Area 1, area BD, area 1, isn't it? Area 1 into x1, A1 x1 plus A2 BD. It is 20 by 60 millimeter, isn't it? Now the area BD at a distance, it is x2, isn't it? Now therefore A1 x1 plus A2 x2, A1 x1, and then A2 x2 is the distance, isn't it? Where the y bar is located, isn't it? Now y axis is located. It is x bar divided by the sigma x divided by sigma a. That is A1 x1 plus A2 x2 divided by A1 plus A2. That is how we can locate. And similarly, to locate the y bar, sigma ay divided by sigma a. Sigma ay a1 y1 plus a2 y2. A1 y1 plus a1 y1 from here to the centroid, from reference to the centroid of the figure 1. And this is a2 y2. Y2 is the reference from the reference. It is the y2 is the distance of the centroid of the second figure from this reference, that is OA. Therefore, a2 y2 divided by area 1 plus area 2. Isn't it? That is how we can locate the centroid of the given figure. Isn't it? Now this is how whatever the things I have explained, see I have printed here. Now see sigma A by sigma A. See A1 x1, that is A1 area of this BD area 1, and this is x1 reference of the centroid of the figure 1. And similarly, this is A2 x2. A2 is the area of the figure, and x2 is the distance from the reference OB. Isn't it? So therefore, A1, this is A1 x1 plus A2 x2 divided by A1 plus A2. And just summation will give the H bar. And please understand here, the given T section, the given figure is symmetrical about YY axis. If you divide this figure, now definitely this half and this half is same. Therefore, this given figure is symmetrical about YY axis, isn't it? And no, not necessarily to calculate this. Straight away we can identify this. No, because this is symmetrical, similar from with respect to YY axis. Right side and left side both are same, isn't it? Now therefore, x bar y bar is YY axis. The figure can be divided equally. Now therefore, it is symmetrical. The given T section is symmetrical about YY axis. And similarly, to calculate the y bar, now it is sigma ay divided by sigma a. Sigma ay divided by sigma a. That is sigma a1 plus sigma a2 divided by a1 plus a2. A1, this is the area a1 BD into y1 with respect to this. This is the y1 from here to here. This is the y1. And similarly, this is a2 area, and this is y2 distance. Isn't that? y2 a1 y1 and a2 y2 divided by area 1 plus area 2. Just submit it, we'll get the value for y bar. Now it understood that the centroid of the T section lying at a distance 40 millimeter from OB, and the y bar, that is 52.85 millimeter from, that is OA. The centroid is located 40 millimeter from OB reference and 52.85 millimeter from OA reference. Now this is how we are saying where the centroid of this T section is located. That is how we need to calculate, and we have to locate the centroid. Isn't it? Location of the centroid. And similarly, we have another section here. Now this is I section. This is the top flange, and this is the web, and this is the bottom flange. There are three centroid. There are three figures. That is figure 1, rectangle. Figure 1, rectangle. Figure 3, rectangle. Figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. The figure 1 has the centroid. Figure 2 has the centroid, and figure 3 also has the centroid. The centroid of this is located. The centroid of the figure 1 is located at a distance x1 from OB, y1 from OA. The centroid, that is x-axis of the figure 1. And similarly, figure 2, this is the x-axis of the centroidal x-axis of the figure 2, y-axis of the figure 2. Centroidal axis of the figure 2. So therefore, this centroid figure 2 located at a distance x2 from OB, and this is y2 from OA. The centroid of the figure 2 is located at a distance x2 from OB or y2 from OA. And similarly, now this centroid of the figure 3, is located at a distance. Centroid of the figure 3 located at a distance x3 from OB, x3 from OB and y3 from OA. Now just we are saying where the centroid is located. Is it not? It's not necessarily only through this OA and OB. Even we can say the centroid of this figure located from this distance. Now we have to calculate the distance from this reference to here the centroid. Now similarly, now this is the centroid for figure 1, centroid for figure 2, centroid for figure 3. Similarly, we have the centroid for the I section. This is not for the entire this I section. For this I section, where the centroid is located for this I section is at a distance x bar from this reference, x bar from this reference, is it not? And similarly, now this centroid, the centroid of this I section is located at a distance y bar from the OB. The reference, these are the reference. OA is one reference, OB is another reference. Now we are discussing the centroid of all these three figures 1, 2, 3, and I section, isn't it? With respect to OA and OB. Where is the centroid located of the, or where is the centroid of the figure 1 located? Centroid of the figure 1 located at a distance x1 from OB reference and y1 from OB reference, isn't it? Now similarly, for the centroid 2, where it is located? It is located at a distance x2 from OB and y2 from OA. Similarly, for the figure 3, x3 from OB and y3 from OA. This is the centroid of this entire I section. The centroid of the I section is located at a distance x bar from OB and y bar from OA. Isn't it? How to know here? There is one small clarification here. Now this figure has 4 x-axis and 4 y-axis. This entire figure has 4 x-axis and 4 y-axis. See, the figure 1 has x-axis, figure 2 has x-axis, and figure 3 has x-axis, and the I section has also x-axis, isn't it? And similarly, y section, that is now with respect to y-axis. Now, see, the figure 1 has y-axis, figure 2 has y-axis, and figure 3 has y-axis, and this, the figure I section has a y-axis, isn't it? But fortunately here, all the y-axis of all the figures, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, and I-axis, isn't it? I section. Now, y-axis of all these are in the same line, isn't it? They are coinciding each other. So therefore, now this section is again symmetrical about the y-axis. Symmetrical about the y-axis means it is symmetrical. If you divide this, if you cut this figure, and this portion and this portion are same, isn't it? Now that is why we are calling this as symmetrical. The given section is symmetrical about y-axis, isn't it? You please remember this. Now because why I am saying this, again we need to understand much more. While calculating the moment of inertia, we should know about these things. We have to understand very clearly. Now therefore, once again I will tell you. Now this figure has x-axis, y-axis. Section 1 has x-axis and y-axis. Section 2 has x-axis and y-axis. Section 3 has x-axis and y-axis. I section, this is the I section. I section has the x-axis and YY axis. And all these things are located at a distance. X1, the centroid of the figure 1 is located at a distance X1, and the centroid of the section 2 X2, and centroid of the section 3 X3 from OB with reference. Always we are discussing the centroid with respect to the reference. Where it is located? That it is located at a distance from a reference to the centroid. Isn't that? Similarly, the Y bar, X bar, Y bar. Section 1, X bar, Y bar. Section 2, X bar, Y bar. Section 3, X bar, Y bar. And similarly, the entire section has X bar and Y bar. Isn't that? Now, please note this. Now, how to calculate this? How to calculate this way? It is very easy. We can calculate. We can locate it. Just join the diagonals. We will get the centroid of the section 1. Similarly, join the diagonals. We will get the centroid of the figure. Isn't it? So, similarly, join the diagonals. We will get the centroid of this figure 3. But locating the centroid for I section. Locating the centroid of I section is it needs some work. Now, therefore, how to calculate this? We'll see how to calculate this. That is sigma AX. Yeah, to calculate the X bar. This is the X bar. X bar, from here to here it is X bar. There is some correction here. Please note, it is X bar. From here to here there is X bar. Isn't it? X bar, centroid of the I section. Is located at a distance X bar from, this is the centroid of the I section. Now X bar from this distance. How to calculate it? Now that is sigma A1, A1 X1, A2 X2, A3 X3. A1, B, X1, this is X1. And then B, D, area. And set this is X2. And similarly, B, D, isn't it? This is X3. This is what we have written here, and summation. This is the summation, isn't it? And similarly, divided by sigma A1 plus A2 plus A3. That is equal to, that is area 1, area 2, area 3. We have done this here, isn't it? That is, we will get the X bar. X bar from here to here. Please note, there is some correction here. This arrow is up to here. This arrow. Now, 40 millimeter is the centroid. X bar. That is, it means the centroid of this I section is located at a distance 40 millimeter from OB. Similarly, Y bar is equal to, how to calculate the Y bar? Similarly, Y bar is equal to sigma AY divided by sigma A. That is A1 Y1 plus A2 Y2 plus A3 Y3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. Isn't it? See, A1 Y1, similarly A1 is the area, Y1 with reference where it is located. This is located at a distance Y1 from OA. And similarly, this is A2 Y2, A2, that is area, BD, Y2 is the centroid of the figure 2 is located at a distance Y2 from OB. Now this is what? Y2. And similarly, A3, area of this figure, and Y3, the centroid of the figure 3 is located at a distance Y3 from OA reference, isn't it? That is what we have written here. And similarly, that is A1 plus A2 plus A3. Just submit this, we will get the value of Y bar. Therefore, now we can understand the centroid of the I section is located at a distance X bar 40 millimeter from OB and Y bar 46 millimeter from OA. Isn't it? That is how we need to calculate. Isn't it? And please remember again, I will tell you. Now this has section 1 has X axis, Y axis, and thus it is X axis is the centroidal X axis of the figure 1, and Y is the centroidal YY axis of the figure 1. Similarly, this is figure 2. This is the centroid. XX is the centroidal XXX of the figure 2. Centroidal YYX of the figure 2. And similarly, this is figure 3. Figure 3, that is XX centroidal axis and YY centroidal axis of the figure 3. Isn't it? Similarly, now this is the centroid of the I section. Centroid of the I section. Therefore, this is XX is the centroidal XX. This is the this XX is the centroidal XX axis of the I section. And similarly, this is centroidal YY axis of the I section. Or is it not? Now let us understand this clearly, because we should know while solving the moment of inertia. We need to understand this. And similarly, moment of inertia, already we have discussed in the previous class. I have discussed about the moment of inertia. The moment of inertia of a plane figure. Moment of inertia of a plane figure. Now we have taken one irregular figure. Now if you know how to calculate the moment of inertia of the irregular figure, we can calculate any regular sections. Isn't it? No, it is simplest. Therefore, we have calculated. See, we have discussed about this. Now again, I am just saying that is the plane figure. No, moment of inertia is a secondary moment. Secondary moment of moment. Isn't it? Area. No, this figure has a centroid. This figure has a centroid. No, the centroid. The moment of inertia of this plane figure with respect to AB, that is IEAB. I is the moment of inertia of the moment of inertia. It is the abbreviation used to indicate the moment of inertia. So therefore, this is the moment of inertia of this section with respect to AB is equal to IAB. IAB is equal to area multiplied by distance. Area multiplied by distance. That is how we can calculate. Now the physical meaning of this is when you apply the force on this section, when you apply the force, now what is the behavior with respect to this axis, with respect to the x axis, isn't it? That is, we should understand. We should know while applying the loads on load resisting elements, isn't it? So therefore, this is how we can calculate the moment of inertia of a plane figure. Now this is we have discussed about the radius of variation also in the previous class. Now this is the centroid, a plane figure, centroidal x axis, centroidal y axis, and this is the centroid. Isn't it? Let us remember this. Let us remember this. And again, see a plane figure, centroid, centroidal x axis, centroidal y axis, centroidal y axis. Now, to calculate the moment of inertia, see the moment of inertia of this figure about x axis is Ixx. It is an abbreviation used to indicate the inertia, isn't it? Already in the previous class 8, we have discussed in length about the physical meaning of this moment of inertia. So therefore, see exactly the meaning. This is the section. This section with respect to this, how it behaves when you apply the force. The section behaves. How the section is behaving with respect to x axis. That is Ixx, moment of inertia. And similarly, moment of inertia of this figure with respect to y axis, isn't it? With respect to y axis, how it behaves with respect to y axis, isn't it? When you apply the force, isn't it? Now similarly, this is z axis. This is z axis. How this figure behaves with respect to z axis. The section, how it behaves when you apply the force, isn't it? Now you please understand, xx is the centroidal axis, yy is the centroidal axis, y axis, and zz is the centroidal axis of the figure, isn't it? Therefore, we are abbreviating this as Ixx, Iyy, and Izz, isn't it? With respect to this, that is how we are calculating the moment of inertia, isn't it? Now, therefore, moment of inertia can calculate it. Now, this is a figure. Now, how do you calculate with the figure? Now, this is How to calculate the moment of inertia? What is the importance? Now, for example, now if you take a beam, if you consider a beam, let us assume that this is a beam. This is one beam. Now this is the beam. Let us assume that this is a beam. Now this beam is made out of number of sections. Number of sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are hundreds of sections. Now we are dealing with one section, one figure, plain figure, one section. This beam has 3 dimensions. One is width, the other one is depth, the other one is length. There are 3 dimensions. Now this figure has x axis, y axis, and z axis. Isn't it? The importance of this, this behavior, this section. Now this section, a rectangular section, centroid, it is the centroid, x axis, x axis, y axis, and z axis. Isn't it? How this rectangular section behaves, beam section, when you apply the force, how it behaves, the behavior of the section. Isn't it? Similarly, the behavior of the section. Similarly, the behavior of the section with respect to this z axis. That is the relevance of this. Now, therefore, how to calculate the moment of inertia of a given figure? Now, already we have discussed. That is the figure, a plane figure. It is a plane figure having area A, and this is the centroidal axis, and this is the reference axis, x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. How to calculate the moment of inertia? This is how we can calculate the moment of inertia. We need to quantify it. Now that means the physical meaning of this is, this figure, how it behaves with respect to this axis when you apply the force. Now for example, this is the reference, this is the plane figure, how it behaves with respect to the load application, isn't it? And similarly, with respect to this, how it behaves, the load application, when you apply the force, how it behaves, the behavior of the section, isn't it? Now similarly, with respect to z axis, how it behaves, the behavior of the section, plane figure, isn't it? So therefore, now we need to quantify this, we need to calculate this. How to calculate this? That is the area into distance square. This is Ixx. Moment of inertia of this figure about xx axis is Ixx. Moment of inertia of this figure, about xx axis is Ixx. Therefore, area multiplied by distance square. That is what we have printed here. And similarly, moment of inertia of this figure with respect to y-axis, area multiplied by distance square, isn't it? And similarly, the moment of inertia of this figure with respect to z-axis, this is the z-axis, how it behaves, isn't it? Area multiplied by z square, isn't it? So this is what we have printed. This is how we are calculating the moment of inertia of the given section with respect to some reference axis, isn't it? With respect to reference axis. Now there are 2 theorems here. We have already discussed about these 2 theorems: perpendicular axis theorem and parallel axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem. Now see, the statement is like this: perpendicular axis theorem, area, centroid, centroidal x axis, centroidal y axis, centroidal z axis. Isn't it? Ixx is the moment of inertia of the figure about x axis, yy is the moment of inertia, Iyy is the moment of inertia about the y centroidal axis, and Izz is the moment of inertia of the centroidal zz axis about zz axis of the given figure. So then Izz is equal to Ixx plus Iy. It means that, see, already I told you, see, for example, if you consider this as a figure, if you consider this as a section of the beam section, now this is the centroidal axis. So xx, how it behaves, the behavior of the beam, and similarly the behavior of the beam in the y axis, and similarly the behavior of the z axis. Now, therefore, now you please understand. Now there are three axes. Now, strictly speaking, the beam is made out of number of sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 100 sections. They are arranged in a regular manner. The beam section, rectangular section. Now, therefore, for example, I will tell you that. See, now let us assume it is a beam section. It is a beam section. This has breadth, width, depth, and length. Isn't it? Now, therefore, breadth, depth, and length. Now, see, for example, if you apply the force, in this, now see the deformation will be less. If you apply the force, the deformation will be very, very less. Suppose if you keep the same thing, and apply the force, the deformation will be more. Therefore, the geometrical property plays a very big role in resisting the forces. Now, therefore, we need to understand, strictly speaking, x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. This is x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Now, we see the sections are arranged. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, depth will be more, width will be less. Now, when the depth will be more, it resists more force. Therefore, the depth is kept arranged. We have arranged this beam. So, therefore, it never bends. Suppose if in the y direction, in the y-axis, the resistance is least. Isn't it? The section is less. Now, that is the relevance of this moment of inertia. That is inertia force induced. That is reducing the bending moment. Isn't it? It reduce depending upon how we arrange the beam section. That reduces the deformation. Bending moment of inertia. Moment means it is rotation, bending, deflection, deformation. Isn't it? Moment. Inertia, it is inertia force induced by the material sectional property. Isn't it? There are two things we must remember. The one is the material strength, the other one is sectional property. So, if you understand the material property and sectional property, we can design any kind of load resisting elements. It is possible, isn't it? Now, therefore, these two plays very big role in designing the structures. So, therefore, one should understand the moment of inertia, isn't it? Moment of inertia. Now, already I told you again. The x-axis, y-axis. In the y-axis, the resistance least resistance, y-axis. Now, whereas in the x-axis, the resistance will be more because the depth will be more. It never allows. That's why it deforms in y direction. In y-axis, it deforms, isn't it? In x-axis, it never deforms. It is the least deformation. Now, whereas in the y-axis, it is more deformation. About z-axis, it is much more stronger. Isn't it? Therefore, moment of inertia, that is the perpendicular axis theorem says, isn't it? We have discussed. Now, please go through refer the previous class. There we have discussed how to calculate the moment of inertia. And similarly, the moment of inertia, that is parallel axis theorem. Another theorem, parallel axis theorem. It means, if you consider a plane figure having area A, and this is the centroidal x-axis, and another axis which is parallel to x-axis at a distance r from x-axis. Isn't it? The statement moment of parallel axis theorem statement. A plane figure having centroid, area A, and x-axis is the centroidal x-axis, and AB is another axis parallel to x-axis at a distance y. Then moment of inertia about AB, that is moment of inertia of this plane figure about AB with respect to this, how it behaves, the behavior of with respect to this, the figure, how it behaves with respect to this reference axis, that is AB. Now, that is how we can calculate. That is, see, IY, IXX, moment of inertia of this figure about AB is equal to moment of inertia of this figure about its own centroidal x axis plus area into distance square. That is what we have printed here. This is the momentum. This is the parallel axis theorem. Now this also we have discussed and in the previous class, isn't it? Now let me solve a few problems. Now before that, now let us understand how to calculate the moment of inertia of the few figures, isn't it? Now the regular figures. Now for the rectangular section, moment of inertia is always calculated with respect to x axis, y axis, I-axis, centroidal x axis, centroidal y axis. So therefore, I-axis is equal to moment of inertia of this rectangular figure. Moment of inertia of this rectangular figure about x axis is equal to, please remember, now if you understand this, now you can score 10 marks in the examination. Minimum 10 marks. Now therefore, please understand this. Our calculation, moment of inertia calculation, start from this point, isn't it? So therefore, now for a rectangular section, moment of inertia of this rectangular section about x axis, centroidal x axis, centroidal. This is the centroid. Centroidal x axis is equal to b dq by 12. Now you can ask me how you have arrived this. You can ask me this question: how you have arrived this? How do you know about this? It is b dq by 12. Oh yes, it is possible. We can solve that. We can derive. We can come out with this answer with this relationship. No, that is not included in our syllabus. Therefore, let us not discuss much about this. So therefore, Ix is equal to b dq by 12, and one dimension b and dq. It is 3 dimension dq. Therefore, moment of inertia millimeter to the power of 4 or meter to the power of 4. And similarly, moment of inertia of this section, rectangular section about y axis is equal to, there is a small correction here. It is dvq by 12. dvq by 12. Isn't it? Always, while calculating the moment of inertia, if you are calculating the moment of inertia along this axis, this is the first dimension. It is b dq, depth q, because it is more strong in this direction. It is more stronger in this direction. Therefore, b dq by 12. Isn't it? Similarly, moment of inertia about this y axis is equal to dbq by 12. Isn't it? db. Now, this width is less, therefore least resistance in this direction. Least resistance. Therefore, it gives less value. This gives more value and this gives less value. It is dbq by, please make a correction here, dbq by 12. So there, and Izz is equal to, from the perpendicular axis theorem, we know that Izz is equal to Ixx plus I by b. This is how we can calculate the moment of inertia. The unit of the moment of inertia, please remember, unit millimeter to the power of 4. But please practice. I request our students to practice. I suggest our students to practice the writing the units. Otherwise, you will lose one mark for unitless quantity. Now, one should write, isn't it? And similarly, a hollow section. For an hollow section, see, this is hollow rectangular section. This is external outer dimension, and this is the internal dimension. There is no material here. Material is not present here. Now we have only the material portion is only this portion. How to calculate the moment of inertia? So therefore, b dq by 12. b dq by 12 is the moment of inertia of this entire figure about x axis. Moment of inertia of this entire figure about x axis is b dq by 12. This is b dq by 12. And in this portion, there is no material. It is not participating in resisting the force. Therefore, we need to deduct this. So therefore, b dq by 12 minus b dq by 12. Therefore, we have deducted that quantity because we don't have that quantity of material is not available, not present. So we have the material only this quantity. Therefore, VDQ by 12. IXX with respect to XX axis. Centroidal XX axis of this RO rectangular section. And similarly, this is YY axis, IYY. IYY is equal to, it is dBQ by 12. Isn't it? dBQ by 12 is the moment of inertia of the rectangular section, entire rectangular section about YY axis. And now this is minus, we have deducted this quantity, dBQ by 12. dBQ by 12, because this material is not present, no material is there. That is how we can calculate the moment of inertia. And similarly, how to calculate the moment of inertia of the circle? This is a circular section. A circular section. This is the centroid, XX axis, YY axis. XX axis, YY axis. Isn't it? Now therefore, IXX, moment of inertia of this section about XX axis, centroidal XX axis. Centroidal XX axis is equal to pi d to the power of 4 divided by 64. Pi d to the power of 4 divided by 64. Now, similarly, YY axis, YY centroidal axis of this circular section is IYY is equal to pi d to the power of 4 divided by 64. Now here XX and YY, this circular section, so therefore both are same, isn't it? Circular section. And the IZZ is equal to IXX plus IYY. From the perpendicular axis theorem, we know that perpendicular axis theorem. Now here IXX is equal to IYY, isn't it? IXX is equal to IYY. Therefore, IZZ is equal to IXX plus IYY. So therefore, is equal to 2IXX is equal to 2IYY. So therefore, it comes to IZZ is equal to pi to the power of 4. And in some cases, we are calling this as IZZ, polar moment of inertia. We are calling this as IP, polar moment of inertia. Not written here. Now, sometimes we use that, isn't it? For torsion, in torsion problems, we are going to use this polar moment of inertia. Now, let us calculate the moment of inertia. A rectangle, a T section, an angle section. Moment of inertia of an angle section. Now I request, I suggest, please follow this. Each and every statement made. Please observe this. Unless you observe this, it is difficult to make the entries, isn't it? Now you will go miss with this. Now, how to solve this problem? How to calculate the moment of inertia? This is the problem. Calculate the moment of inertia of an equal angle. 60 millimeter by 60 millimeter by 20 millimeter about centroidal axis. Also about the base. So it is the problem 60 millimeter, 60 millimeter. Isn't it? This is the base and this is the leg. Isn't it? This is the width, the thickness. It is overall dimension, 60 millimeter. From here to here it is overall dimension. From here to here it is overall dimension. It is 60 millimeter by 60 millimeter by 20 millimeter means you have to return the figure like this, in this fashion. Isn't it? Now here, let us start. Very carefully you have to watch this. Isn't it? And you have to practice 1 or 2 problems or solve the 2-3 problems. No, otherwise you will get confused with this. Therefore, listen to me very carefully and follow all the statements made by me while solving this problem. Now, in the similar manner, now what we have done? First, write down the diagram and divide this figure. Divide this figure into 2 rectangular sections. One rectangular section, another rectangular section. Now you please remember, now when this is the overall dimension and this is 20 millimeter, now when you divide this figure into this like, the area of this section 1 becomes 20 into 40. This is the section 1 we have divided. And this section 2 becomes, it is 60 into 20. It is the area 1 and this is the area 2. Remember this. And you know, nobody has guided, you must divide the figure in this fashion only, not necessary, isn't it? We can divide the figure in this fashion also. You remove this and divide this figure. We can make this is the figure 1 and this can be made figure 2. In any way, isn't it? In anywhere, in any way, in any manner, you can do it. It is possible. We can solve. You decide yourself, and you are the dictator, and you know how to solve this problem. If you understand all these things, you divide according to your convenience, isn't it? So therefore, it is BD area figure 1, isn't it? BD figure 2, isn't it? There are 2 figures. There are two figures, section 1, section 2, figure 1, figure 2, and the angle. There are 3 axes here. There are 3 axes. One is there are 3 centroids. The one centroid is for this rectangular section, 20 by 40. And another rectangular section, it is 60 by 20. There are 2 rectangular sections. And there is one angle section. There is one angle section. Now this is angle section. Now this is the centroid. One centroid, 2 centroid, and 3 centroid. This is the centroid for the figure 1. This is the centroid for the figure 2. And this is the centroid for figure L section. Isn't it? Angle section. Figure 1, centroid for the figure 1, centroid for the figure 2, and the centroid for the angle section. Okay, there are 3 centroids here. And there are 3 x-axes. There are 3 x-axes here. No. The first x-axis, centroidal x-x axis for figure 1. Centroidal y-y axis for figure 1. Figure 1. Centroidal x-x axis, centroidal y-y axis for figure 1. This is not for figure 1. And similarly, centroidal x-x axis and y-y axis, centroidal y-y axis for figure 2. This is not for figure 2. Centroidal x-x axis and y-y axis for angle section. There are 3 centroidal x-x axis and y-y axis. If you understand this clearly, now our problem is solved. Very simple, and we can solve this problem. We have 2 theories, 2 theorems. One is perpendicular axis theorem, the other one is parallel axis theorem. We have 2 theorems. In the perpendicular axis theorem, moment of inertia of the section about z axis is equal to moment of inertia of the section about x axis plus moment of inertia of the section about y axis. Isn't it? That is one perpendicular axis theorem. And also we have a parallel axis theorem, the moment of inertia of the section about any reference parallel to any x or y axis with respect to the x axis reference axis, moment of inertia of the centroidal x axis plus area into distance between the centroidal x axis and the reference axis. Isn't it? Well, so therefore, we have those 2 theorems, and with respect to those 2 theorems, if you have understood these things make section 1, section 2, and angle section. Centroid 1, centroid 2, centroid 3. Centroid 1 for section 1, centroid 2 for section 2, and centroid 3 for angle section. Similarly, x-axis, centroidal x axis, centroidal y axis for section 1, centroidal x axis, centroidal y axis for section 2, centroidal x axis and centroidal y axis for section angle section. Isn't it? Angle section. If you understand this, our problem is solved. Very simple, isn't it? You know? And you know, well, the other thing you should remember here. Now let us understand clearly about one problem. The rest can be very simple and very easy to solve those things. Now here, let us understand No, see, we have discussed 3 times. I told you now. Already 3 times I told you. Centroid, centroid, centroid. X-axis, 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 and y-axis, y-axis, and y-axis. 3 times I told you. Including these 4 times. Now, please remember here. Now see, centroidal x-axis of figure 1, centroidal y-axis of the figure 1, and centroidal y-axis of the angle section. There is a distance between these two. This is the distance. There is one specific distance between the centroid of y centroid and y centroid. Similarly, centroid of the angle section and centroid of the section 2, there is a distance between these two. Isn't it? Now we are now here the distance between the y-axis of the figure 1 and y-axis of the angle section. I have abbreviated here R3. I will tell you why we have done it like this. A little later I will tell you. And you know, similarly, now here the distance between y bar of the angle section and y-axis of the section 2, I have abbreviated it as R4. Isn't it? In the similar manner, no, x-axis. This is the x-axis of the section 1, and this is the x-axis of the angle section that I am abbreviated as R1. And you know, this is the x-axis of the figure 2, x-axis of the angle section. The distance between these two I am abbreviated as R2. Now please understand clearly, these are the distance. These R1, R2, R3, and R4. So I have mentioned here, isn't it? No, this is R4. Now these are the distance between the centroids. This is the distance between the centroids. Now with respect to the centroid of y-axis, isn't it? With respect to the centroid of the angle section. Isn't it? Now please remember, now R1 is the distance from the x-axis of the figure 1, x-axis of the angle section. R2, x-axis of the figure 2, x-axis of the figure 2, and x-axis of the angle section. R2. And similarly, R3, this is the R3. X-axis, y-axis of the figure 1 and y-axis of the angle section. So this is the R3. Similarly, x-axis, y-axis of the figure 2 and y-axis of the angle section. That is the figure R4. Isn't it? I mentioned like why I'm doing this. You just not understand first, then we will come to the problem. You know, now we are in the as usual first. Now we have discussed about the x-axis, y-axis, etc., etc. Now let us locate the first. Let us locate the centroid. Now this is centroid. Join and we will get the centroid. You will just join this and we will get the centroid here. Then to locate the centroid for the angle section. Now what we have done. Now that is how we have located in the previously in the similar manner. That is sigma A1 x1, area 1 x1, area 1 x1, and area 2 x2. No, you know, you use the previous how you manage. You know, the similar way you just calculate the moment of motion. Sorry, the centroid x bar and y bar. This is x bar and this is the y bar. This is equal angle. This is the equal angle. Therefore, both x bar and y bar are same. If you measure the distance from this reference from here to here, this is x bar, and from the reference here to here, this is the reference. OA and OB is the reference. With respect to this OA and OB, it is x bar and y bar. Isn't it? Both are same because it is an equal angle. Isn't it? Equal angle means 60, 60, 20, 20. Therefore, x bar, y bar, and x bar both are same. Now after this, now this is one problem you have solved. Suppose for this problem consisting of 10 marks for your examination. If you do this job, you will get similarly. Now the moment of inertia of this figure, moment of inertia of this angle section about x-axis axis. Moment of inertia of this figure, angle section about x-axis axis is equal to moment of inertia of the centroidal axis of this figure 1. That is x-axis, ix of this figure, moment of inertia of figure 1 about its own centroidal axis, isn't it? Plus area into distance square. Distance means centroidal axis. Now we are calculating the moment of inertia of this figure about this x-axis axis of the angle section, isn't it? X-axis axis of the angle section. Therefore, moment of inertia of the angle section about x-axis axis is equal to moment of inertia of the centroidal x-axis of this figure, rectangle section, number 1, plus area of this rectangular section, plus distance from here to here, the distance. That is R1. R1 square. This is R1 square. Now, similarly, the moment of inertia of the figure 2, it is V dq by 12, isn't it? This is B, this is D, V dq by 12. It is one axis, Ix2, Ix of this rectangular section, plus area into distance, centroidal distance, isn't it? Now, this is what I will return here. Okay? And similarly, now further, if you go ahead, now see, it is described like this, isn't it? Now see, this is the VDQ by 12. Already I told you the rectangular section VDQ by 12. But VDQ by 12, this is section 1, section B1D1 cube divided by 12, isn't it? Plus area 1, BD. Now we have submitted here, it is 20, 40, isn't it? 20, 40 cube by 12, plus A1, 20, 40, isn't it? Plus this distance R1. Now from here to it is 40. How do you calculate this 40? 20 plus half of this. 20 plus half of this. Isn't it? 20 plus half of this. From here to it is 40. It is Y1. Y1 is equal to 40. Isn't it? Now therefore 40 minus X. This is X, Y bar. Minus X. Now this distance minus this distance, that will give you the R1. This is the R1 square. This is R1 square. This is the R1 square. Similarly, for figure 2, with of inertia of the figure 2 about x axis is equal to B2 D2 cube. It is B2 D2 cube. B 20 into 60 into 20 cube by 12, isn't it? Plus area 2, 60 into 20 at the distance, isn't it? That is 10 minus 10. Now from here, 10 from here to here is 10. That is y2 minus this, isn't it? From here to here, it is 22. From here to it is 22, and from here to it is 10. Therefore, that will give you R2, isn't it? No, this is the R2 square, R2 square. Area into R2. Area, breadth into depth. R2, R1, R2 plus R2 into R2. Therefore, moment, that is millimeter, isn't it? Millimeter to the power of 4, isn't it? Like, you submit all the values and calculate the moment of inertia. It is in millimeter to the power of 4. Similarly, that is IYY, moment of inertia of this figure about y axis. Moment of inertia of the figure, that is angle section about y axis equal to, now there is some small change, isn't it? Now see here, now we are calculating the moment of inertia on this axis. Therefore, d1 v1 is it d1 v1 cube by 12. d1 rectangular section d1 v1 cube by 12, isn't it? Plus area of this, that is area 1, isn't it? And r3 cube, so that is r3 is centroidal distance between the figure 1 and figure 2, sorry, angle section, centroidal distance. So therefore, from here to here it is 22, and from here to here it is 10 millimeter. Therefore, 10 minus 22 whole square. That will give, this is R3 square. Isn't it? And similarly, for figure 2, we are calculating the moment of inertia along this axis. Therefore, D2 V2 cube, isn't it? D2 V2 cube by 12. It is D2 V2 cube by 12, isn't it? Plus A2. This is area. D, it is 20 into 60. Area 2. And R4. Now this is the distance. Now distance between the centroid of the angle section and the centroid of the section figure 2, isn't it? Therefore, now from here to here it is x2. x2 is equal to half of this. It is 30. 30 minus 22. That will give you the R3, R4, isn't it? That is what we have written here. Submitted here. Okay. Now calculate this and you will get the millimeter to the power of 4. That is in terms of millimeter to the power of 4. Now this is the moment of inertia of the angle section about x-axis. And this is the IYY is the moment of inertia of this angle section, isn't it? And similarly, they have asked in this problem, again it is asked little more, isn't it? Calculate the moment of inertia about its base. Now about its base means, no, this is the base, that is OA. Moment of inertia of this section, angle section about OA, isn't it? How to calculate that? That is, let's see in the next slide, isn't it? Now similarly, if we want to calculate the moment of inertia with respect to this reference of this figure, angle section, now we will read like this. It is in that. Now see, that IOA is the moment of inertia of this angle section about OA, parallel to x-axis. Now therefore, for this, moment of inertia of the section 1, that is BD cube by 12, B1 D1 cube by 12, B D cube by 12, plus area B1 D1, plus distance is from here to here. It is R5 from here to here. Where we are calculating the moment of inertia? We are calculating the moment of inertia about OA. Now from there to the centroid of the section where we are calculating the moment of inertia. Therefore, it is R5 square. This is what we have written here. It is R5 square. R5 square. And similarly, for the figure 2, with respect to this quantity. This quantity is the moment of inertia of the figure 1 about OA. Moment of inertia of the quantity. Now this quantity is the moment of inertia of this figure 1 about OA. Similarly, let us calculate the moment of inertia of this figure about OA. Isn't it? Now that is equal to, it is B2 D2 cube. B2 D2 cube divided by 12 plus area. It is B2 D2 and R6 square. R6 is the distance. of the centroid. Distance of the centroid of the figure 2 with respect to OA, isn't it? Now that is R2 R6 square, isn't it? That is how we can calculate the moment of inertia and submit it. It is a direct submission. There is no much problem. Only thing we need to understand which is x-axis, y-axis, and their distance between those two. It is simple. Isn't it? I have calculated one more. That is OB. That is the moment of inertia of this section. Moment of inertia of this angle section about OB. Isn't it? No. If you are calculating the moment of inertia of OA or calculating the moment of inertia OB, we'll get the same answer, isn't it? You should get the same answer. Now, moment of inertia of this angle section about x-axis, about y-axis is also same because it is equal angle. The behavior, it means when you apply the force on this, how this behaves with respect to this axis. How it behaves, the behavior of this section, how it behaves, isn't it? How it behaves, the section of how the section behaves with respect to y axis, isn't it? Right? So this is what I want to say. Now, there are two more problems we will solve in the next class. That is on Thursday. Again, we are meeting here on Thursday. Now we will meet, isn't it? We will discuss two more. We have two more problems. We will have to solve two more problems. Then we will go to the next unit, isn't it? Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you a lot. Thank you so much. Yes, Srinivas?